Hello, people. Okay, that did not work out. This is the Black Glove Gamer, and this is my review of Telefrag VR. Released July 19th, 2019. Developed and published by Anshar Studios, and currently it's in the Steam store for $24.99. But they do have it on. They have a 10% discount for $22.99. But one more thing, I would say check your mail, because as far as with the game, I did see a 50. It was a 50% off coupon that I used in order to purchase it. Okay, let's jump in. This is a 1v1 multiplayer game. Now, originally when I saw the trailer for the game, I didn't know it was 1v1. I thought it was like team deathmatch or just, deathmatch stuff going on, because it had a real Unreal Tournament vibe to it. Like Unreal Tournament, Quake 3. It very fast, jump in, jump out. You don't really have to spend that much time in it, but if you're into that type of game, then sure, that would be something that you would get into. But yeah, 1v1 dueling game, and it's not early access, and that I was a little disappointed that it wasn't early access. Let me tell you why. Now the game has 4 levels. It has I believe 5 or 6 weapons that you can use. Each hand you can use like a rocket launcher for one hand, flat cannon for another. Each gun has 2 different firing mechanics to it, and you can oh man, the whole Telefrag thing is that as far as movement with the game, it moves a little bit like Doom VFR, where it's like a dash. So it's like you dash to your left, you dash to the right, forward and back. But it also has a mechanic where you shoot out it's like a teleportation shot. So you shoot that out, the orb goes, and it teleports you. And the Telefrag kills is when you teleport into the enemy. And a lot of times they died on the first Telefrag. So, it keeps you moving. Like I said, it's very, very fast paced. Very fast paced. And as far as the 1v1 aspect of it, I thought I was going to just not like it, like first match, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to care for it, but it was fun. I was playing the other day, and I did play against a couple of individuals and not bots. You do have the option to not play any multiplayer against people and just, play against bots if you choose to. But I had a nice time playing with people, even though they were tearing me a new one. They was just like, oh, you decide. Wow. Okay. All right. Never mind. Sorry, folks. That was just found out everything I typed out is gone, and I'm not retyping it. Going straight. I had bullet points. I'm going off the head. Okay. But yeah, like I said, very fast paced game. 1v1. Now, back in January, the developer was asked, as far as with the game, would there be a single player campaign to it? And the developer did answer, no, there would be no single player campaign, and that they did not have enough people working on the game to actually have a single player campaign to it. And then later on, that was in January. And as far as this month in July, there was the developer came back to explain more things as far as with the multiplayer, and the only thing that was added was that you will not have to rely on playing other people for the 1v1 spectacular blowing upness of the game, and that you'll be able to play against bots. And that's when we get back into the early access thing of it. With early access, you just have, the hopes that, okay, they're still working on the game. And a lot of times they add a lot of extra things to it. And not saying that just because the game is completed, things don't get added on. It's just, you have a lot of times you have a lot more to look forward to with an early access title. With this, I really do believe this is going to be the only multiplayer thing going on with it. I went on the site, I went on the Discord, I went through the board on Steam, and I'm not seeing anything saying that any other types of multiplayer, death matches, team deathmatch, King of the Hill, it doesn't seem like any of those things are going to be added to it. The only thing that was going to be added was just the ability to play against bots. And for me, that was a little bit disappointing because I really do like that whole, they were going for the whole Quake 3 Unreal vibe, and I think they got it. Even with the teleportation, you're not limited to just, being like on the ground. Like, you're still going to be on the ground, but, you might look up and then your opponent is defying gravity and they're over top shooting at you, and you can, teleport up there and then fight them up there or teleport away. And I think that was another. I did hear some concerns about why isn't it free locomotion. I don't think it's a bad thing that there's no free locomotion. The dashes, I think, work. The dashes and the teleporting works. And for all we know, with free locomotion might make it even easier for you to die. Don't know, but the dashing around for me made it harder to hit the opponent because they look like Sonic the Hedgehog. They look like a human version of Sonic, just because you see like almost like an after image. So that comes from the dashing, and so that makes it harder to like target them. I think with the free locomotion, it probably would make it easier for somebody to be taken out, unless they're just going at a super obscene speed. But that's my thoughts on the game. I think $24.99 is a hefty. That's a hefty price tag for 1v1 anything. It's a hefty price tag, and it's funny because I was as far as with the niche deathmatch multiplayer feel of it, it had me thinking more about oh my gosh, I'm up here I'm about to say Silent Hill. It's not Silent Hill. It's one moment, people. Dang, it was that far? It was that far? Oh, come on. Wow, this is taking a while. Oh, I'm burning up. Okay, I'm sorry. It reminded me not the game, but just as far as just taking one aspect of the doing something with multiplayer. Stay silent. Even though I wasn't a fan of so much of a fan of the multiplayer part of it, it was an interesting twist. I give it that it was interesting. It was interesting to play, but with Stay Silent, I didn't even get a chance to play with other people. And the second go around, like today when I was playing more of Telefrag VR, all I played against was bots. I didn't even. I'm like, wow. I guess it's over with already as far as playing with other people, and which is surprising because it does have crossplay between with Steam, Oculus, and PSVR. Surprisingly, so I wasn't expecting to this early in run into a situation where I'm only playing against bots. I didn't think that was gonna happen with it being crossplay with so many different things. But I really do believe if they can somehow add come on, deathmatch, 5 people. I don't care if you can't do team deathmatch, fine. Just deathmatch. That it would be so fun because it is fun. The 1v1 was fun, and I'm just sitting there like I know it would be a lot more fun if you had more players involved with it at one time. I am positive if it had at least deathmatch, that it would still have some type of community there at all times. I think that's why we like games. Man, all right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a little disappointed. A little disappointed. I see that there's something there. Maybe they'll have some type of DLC add on or something along those lines and lower the price, and they have something. They do have something. It's a fun game. It's a fun game, and it would be great with more people. All right. This is the Black Glove Gamer. Like I said before, if you're interested in the game, check your mailbox. You may have a coupon, a 50% coupon in there for it. All right. Like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I'm out.
Warm up.